Hey everyone, in front of us we have the cheapest optic that I've ever bought, and that is an actual optic. Now granted, I did pay $12 for the green red dot sight I put on our GSG MP40, but this comes in even cheaper than that at $10 for a 2:7x32 powered scope from SvBony. Now SvBony, if you go to their page on Amazon, actually seems like a pretty legitimate company, although directly after I purchased this it did go out of stock, which is kind of a little worrying trend that you see sometimes. But at $10, that is even cheaper than what I would deem as a Fisher Price. This wouldn't even be an airsoft magnifier that I picked up off of Amazon. I just was curious to see what you could get in a magnifier for $12, and it is not even something suitable for airsoft. Maybe a Nerf gun if you planned on it breaking. I was actually kind of hoping the mount would turn out to be something decent. The magnifier I didn't really have a lot of expectations for, although the magnifier actually does work and the mount is garbage. But $12 for a magnifier compared to $10 for a scope. And the whole reason behind buying this is because of our budget AR-15, our Auburn Arms lower, Bear Creek Arsenal upper, budget bipod, budget Bushmaster micro red dot sight. This has all been put together pretty cheaply, but it is a lot more accurate than what you would think for the amount of money spent. And I think the biggest thing that's holding us back is the fact we're using this micro red dot opposed to something that actually has magnification. Thus why I bought the Fisher Price toy of a magnifier to see if, well, what can we do for $12? And when I came across this, normally this would be $20, but it was on sale with a 50% off coupon for $10. And I thought, man, $10, that's hard to beat. The one problem with it was, as we have the description here, get it to where you can see it. SvBony Sv174 rifle scope, hunting rifle scope, 2:7x32mm long eye relief scope. Now that is where the issue came in for me, because I don't really need a long eye relief scope, something you'd use on like a Mosin or a scout rifle or something like that. But when I looked into the specifications, that long eye relief is only 3 to 4 inches. That's not that long. So a fast focus eyepiece, medium profile scope mount, SFP rifle scope with mil-dot reticle, 1-inch tube. And like I said, I paid $10 for it, but like a lot of things, it has become unavailable. But if we look here, you can see that these other SvBony models range from $70 to this one for $10. So overall, for such a cheap optic, what do you get? Well, let's look at the box. Let's look at the box. Let's look at the box. I had a comment in a video a while ago that the person said that they do not care about packaging. And I agree, the packaging is not necessarily a sign of quality. The Wilson Combat magazine extension I bought from my Remington 870 came in basically like a heavy-duty Ziploc bag with like a piece of printer paper in it. But it's great. It works great and has worked great for years. Now, if you were to buy a Tacstar at the time, Remington 870 magazine tube extension, it came in a really nice bubble packaging and all that, and looked really nice. But they were garbage. So packaging isn't everything, but packaging does show that they're putting an investment, one, in the brand, and two, in presenting a quality item, especially if it's a direct market item. So have SvBony on both sides of the box, Hong Kong SvBony Technologies Company Limited, all the address, do not throw in the trash, recycle, made in China, as you would expect. Then we have another sticker here that's got those specifications on it, rifle scope, it's got the model number, and it's got specifications. This is all a lot of information they don't have to put on here. They could just make this a plain box, so that's cool. I was really happy with, when I opened it up, how they packaged it. It's actually packaged relatively stably in this box. Oh, that's the silica packet, so it's not the scope making that jingly sound. And that was good, as I bought it from Amazon, and it was not packaged that well from them. Let's go ahead and pull the scope out here. I've got some nicely cut foam pieces that hold it in place. We've got a plastic bag. It's got some 1-inch Picatinny rail mounts. I mean, they're nothing to write home about, but again, even at $20, if you go on there to buy 2 of these, you're gonna spend $10. And if you get this and a scope and you paid $20, well, you're doing good. You get this all for $10, well, you're doing great. It's got flip up caps, see-through, green coated glass. I think at the end of the video I may try to set this up so you can get a better look at that reticle. But there you go, it's not bad. It's a little difficult to, there we go. Yeah, it's pretty clear glass. I'm actually really impressed by it. It's a little dirty. I don't know if I did that or that's how it was. An instruction manual here. Nice fold out instruction manual. Oh, this does not have an illuminated optic that I know of. It's got a warranty card. It's actually got a warranty card. How to use your scope, eyepiece focusing, mounting. It's got everything you need to know. Pre-zeroing, zeroing, 4-finger adjustment scopes. I would love to read all this because I'm sure there's some funny stuff in there, but that's a lot of reading and there's really no point to it. So, and these are kind of, appears to be somewhat generic instructions for their scopes. As you can see, this isn't exactly the scope that we have pictured here, but close enough. And like a lot of these, this does appear to be a knockoff. We have a nice lens cleaning cloth, which I should probably use, and an Allen wrench to interface with the scope rings. So all good. We have our magnification adjustment here, 2 to 7. We have adjustment here, focus. And then underneath here, we have our windage and elevation adjustments. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. Don't need a tool or anything. Really shouldn't mess with that too much. I don't like to mess with scopes too much before I actually put them on the rifle, just because I've had more than one scope or optic that as soon as I threw it on the gun, it actually was almost zeroed in from the beginning. So I'm going to set that down for now. And what I think this is a knockoff of, like many of the products you get from China or these cheaper low-end things, they tend to be knockoffs of something. And what this appears to be a knockoff of to me would be the Sig Sauer Whiskey 3 rifle scope, which we have right here. $138. 2 to 7 by 32, 1 inch, and pretty closely the same specifications, or at least they're trying to go for the same specifications roughly. Now granted, this is not anywhere near the quality of a Sig Whiskey 3, but that seems to be what they're trying to emulate here. I looked at a lot of different rifle scopes to see what kind of fit the profile and the specifications, and that's the closest that I can come to, is that this is supposed to be similar to the Sig. Now these flip up caps really like to come off, which is fine. I don't, other than storage, I don't tend to keep the caps on my optics. Is just the way that I am about things. Oh, the front one stays on quite nicely though. So maybe you put some electrical tape around there if you really wanted it on there, but I don't see why you would, because you need to get to this adjustment anyway. But like I said, we'll take a look and try to get a good look through the scope and the reticle, see what it looks like, and then we'll be mounting it on, well, I'll be doing this off camera, but I will be mounting it on our AR-15, our budget AR-15 DMR. It's a nice name. And we'll take it out to the range. We'll see how well it shoots. If it holds up, it should hold up to 223s. That's the one nice thing about 223s that people don't think about, is they're relatively light recoiling. So even if the optic isn't the highest quality, it may hold up. So we found that out with our budget bipods. Under the 223, the budget bipod is great. Under the 8mm, not so much. So we'll go ahead and try to get a look through the reticle, and then we'll go out to the range and take some shots with it. Pretty clear glass. I'm really impressed with it, honestly. But there we go. It's something. Okay, now we're out here with our SvBony on our Bear Creek Arsenal upper on our Auburn Arms lower AR-15 budget DMR rifle with a very budget scope. Let's go ahead and take some shots, and it's not been sighted in, so we're not going to exactly see what kind of precision it has, and we will take it out to longer range at some point, but I just want to see how the optics look and how well it seems to work at this short range. Let's see how precise I can be with our $10 scope. Yeah, it looked like it hit it. Got that one. What about the dueling tree? Can I hit the dueling tree? Oh yeah. See if we put the rest in the 100. Cool. Okay, now that we've done a little bit of shooting with our SvBony Sv174 $10 scope, I can say I'm really happy with my purchase. Do I think it's worth more than, say, $30 or $40? Probably not. Maybe $50 at best. But for $10, it's great, and even $20, I'd be happy. So, if you see this again available, if you're looking for a long or, well, 3 to 4 inch eye relief scope, I'd definitely pick one up. And if you're interested in some other scopes, maybe go ahead and look at the rest of their product line. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Oh. Nope. Oh, the light keeps turning on. That's not gonna work.